be happy with that overall and putting off the shutout?
Yeah, it was. Winning was a lot better than losing. It wasn't our best effort. We certainly got to get a lot better for Friday night. But it's good to get a win.
Are 2 games enough to evaluate this team?
It's hard. It's hard because different circumstances, exhibition. You're seeing different lineups. We went a lot younger last night. They went a lot younger tonight. So you try to gauge it the best that you can. I thought both games were polar opposites. Last night was pretty wide open and there was a lot of penalty time, certainly for them. And then tonight was a pretty tight game. A lot of shots on goal. So it is tough to evaluate, but it should have been a tighter game because the decor we had out there, the shots shouldn't be down. So I thought we just got to play a lot more urgency. Come Friday night, we got to be ready.
Al, you alluded to the fact that the line that he's playing on has a lot of guys that work well together but are surprisingly very similar. Was that something that you thought about when you put that line together, or did you just want to have a veteran influence for Daniel Thomas?
Well, we started using that line a little bit last night, and they are similar players in that they're all real big men and they're tough to handle down low for defensemen. Both nights I thought they did a good job of getting over pucks and being tough to play against offensively. And when their whole line commits to playing that way, they're a lot to handle. And they set the tone for our team. They got a lot of offensive zone time and created some pretty good opportunities. So I like that combination of players. It's going to be evaluated every day. We're not ready to make any cuts or anything like that yet. We'll practice again tomorrow, and we'll take a day off on Monday and kind of evaluate where we're at that point, see if there's any moves up top coming down this way, and kind of play it by ear. But he's made a very strong case for himself for sure.
Has he done what you need him to do, or want to see from him?
Well, as we talked about, we kind of brought him in on a tryout to be a big, heavy player, which he has been. We maybe envisioned him a little bit more as an enforcer or kind of a hybrid enforcer, a guy that can play a little bit and be a tough guy. But he's obviously been one of our best offensive players in the first 2 games, so got to kind of reevaluate that situation.
We want to talk a little bit about how he's get a lot of action in the first 2 periods. Would you like to have seen him face a few more shots, or you're happy with what he has to go through?
They never need to see him really face more shots. And that's our D-course job, and we want to be good in that way. We want to make the night easy on our goaltender. We know we've got 2 quality guys back there, and if we can make the night easy on them, we give ourselves a good chance. So the less shots, the better.
A team's ability to hold on in a tight game, even though you'd obviously like to have more goals, shows a lot of character, and that's a good trait to have. Is that encouraging to see that these guys were able to rally at the end and hold on to that 1-0 lead?
Absolutely. Everything here is development. You have to learn to win hockey games. You have to learn to play in those tight scenarios. I thought, a lot of our guys did a really good job. I thought Timmy Shallard was really good in the face-off circle, penalty kill, played the right way, played desperate. We need guys to learn to play in those situations so we can be successful long term.
How do you assess McPherson so far?
I like him. He's played well. Good penalty killer, plays with a lot of speed, some grit. Seems to be a pretty heady and smart player. It's 2 games, but so far I've liked what Hassan does.
In the penalty killing unit, did well. He had that 5-on-3 in the 3rd period, and then the board had you were down 2, but on the ice you didn't appear to be down 2.
Well, they had a problem with the clock where they couldn't get one of the penalties off. They should have washed out, should have been 5-on-4. So we learned our lesson from last night. They scored on a 5-on-3, and we did a little bit of video on it before the game tonight. Did a much better job of sealing lanes. That's going to be a big part of the game, special teams. Last night it really hurt us. On the penalty kill side, power play was good, but tonight I thought our penalty kill was really good.
You kind of wonder how players will react, having never seen the new overtime format. Once it gets to 3-on-3, 4-on-4.
Yeah, I do, because it just coaches how we react to it. How are we going to deploy our players on it? It's going to be like anything else that we get new changes on in our league. It's going to be a work in progress, and we as coaches have to make the adjustments as we go and figure out the best way to go about trying to win those games. as we've talked about, I think more games are going to be decided in the overtime. Once you get to 3-on-3, somebody's getting a good chance one way or the other. And you just hope that you get the first good one. And so how you want to play to get to that. It's going to be interesting. I think it's something that we have to put some time into practice.
The last time they made a drastic change with the pulling a goal or the shootout thing, or overtime, whatever. No, the overtime is the point thing. It was Tortorella's first year, so we pulled the goal
In overtime.
yeah, against a non-conference entry or a team not in the conference.
Right.
So the extra point didn't matter in the standings. So he pulled the goal. Binghamton scored and won it overtime. Well, they didn't have that rule in, so then they. Lou Amarillo and a few NHL people lost their minds. Travesty, you can't do that. It's your rule.